First of all, my life is so hectic. I'm not going to navigate towards anyone that's already offering me a sprinkle of Jesus.
She always got something to say. Oh, no, she didn't. Oh, yes, she did. No, she didn't. Yes, she did.
We gonna cry a little. We gonna laugh a lot.
I like her.
Hear real shit.
She keeping it real.
In the right spot.
Come on,
Let's
y'all.
talk about
Let's
it.
talk about it.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another video. I'm your girl Jamaica. Of course, let's just go ahead and get straight into this video. If you have never been here before, you're new to the channel, you've never seen his face or anything in his background or his hair or anything I got on, then you late to the party, sis. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button and the notification bell, and just like that, you'll always be notified when there's a meeting and everybody got to sit at the round table. So, Dana Chanel, aka Casey Oliveira, is reportedly being sued. This is a civil lawsuit, not a criminal. Being sued for scamming her small business owners. Now, I just want to say this. I am not new to Dana / Casey, okay? I seen her a couple years back. She was like on my explore page on Instagram. I'm like, okay. Clicked, and I seen that she was doing a bunch of different things, and she had a lot of subscribers and a lot of comments. Me, I'm a comment type of chick. I like to read the comments so I can get a feel for you. At that time, the comments was good. Let me tell y'all kind of what threw me off. She got this thing called a sprinkle of Jesus. First of all, my life is so hectic. I'm not going to navigate towards anyone that's already offering me a sprinkle of Jesus. Okay, I need a thunderstorm of Jesus. I need a rainstorm of Jesus. So that was kind of my first red flag. There's like a sprinkle of Jesus. Which is, you trying to hog Jesus? I don't need a sprinkle of Jesus. I don't want to sit here, but God says my cup should overflow. We're not overflowing those sprinkles of Jesus over here, okay? So that was my first red flag. I'm like, no, I don't know what that is. You know, I seen she was doing like an app that had quotes and positive motivation and shit like that. I'm like, okay, that's cool. But I was not motivated. Secondly, all of her videos seemed to be like a skit. You know, it was like it was in this classroom or in this room or this space, and she was talking, but you never seen who she was talking to. You know, it just seemed very pre-recorded. It just seemed like every time you seen something, you just seen her. Usually when you see somebody trying to sell something or trying to get people to buy it, you want to see a lot of the reviews. You want to see a lot of comments. You want to see a lot of people in these videos saying, oh yes, X, Y, and Z, and this was great, and this is a great app to download, this was a great product, you know, something like that. But it just seemed like I always seen her and her husband. So that was number two. All of her Instagram videos just seemed like a camera, and it was like record, and then she's got talking. Like, I was like, no, I'm not really feeling that. Then I started seeing all of these people have all these things to say about her. They was talking about how she would rent out these mansions or buy these houses, have people come and pay to come live in these spaces and figure out how to grow their business or how to be an entrepreneur or how to do the whole tax thing. You know, they would purchase their room space, and it would be like a week or two where people will fly out, come stay and live basically in this rented house or this rented mansion and learn from Casey and her husband. I thought that was fishy, because it seemed like you want me to come live here so you could tell me something that you could have told me had I been watching Instagram. You know, I get people want to live for an experience nowadays. I get that, but to me, that was just a little far-fetched. I will say this. People will throw Christian at you. People will throw God at you, and it can still be evil. People will try to use God and Christianity and the Bible so that you can feel like, oh, I can trust them, or I can believe what they're saying because it's from the Bible. But these people, baby, in 2021, they are not of Christ. They can be Christian all day long and still not be of Christ. You don't know this person's heart. And this is why God says he will judge you based off your heart. We as the people, consumers, we don't know her heart. We don't know that her heart's not in it. But God does, and that's all that matters. So you got to think that just because people are Christian or claim Christianity or read the Bible or go to church every Sunday does not mean that they are of Christ. Yeah, you get a lot of the times those people who go to church every Sunday and they read the Bible and they speak, you know, the word, but they are really evil inside. They really have cruel intentions. You know, their heart really isn't in something. They are very judgmental. So you got to use wisdom. The Bible talks a lot about wisdom. Just Google it. it's gonna come up. And just because people are on Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, Snapchat, and they have a blue check or they have 100K followers or subscribers does not mean that you can trust what they are saying or who they are. Does not mean that that makes them a good person. It does not mean that they have good intentions. It does not mean that they give a fuck about you. People are just doing what they need to do or what they can do to get to the top. People will walk over you to get to the top. And you gotta know that. You gotta be careful. And so I don't blame a lot of the people who have been scammed. Because like I said, when you throw Christianity in something, people believe that. You know, people wholeheartedly believe when you come up with an app that's called CurlBible, or you're selling a product that's CurlBible, or, you know, a sprinkle of Jesus. They're like, oh, I'm playing on Jesus, Bible, okay. And then they speaking like this, and then you're looking at their Instagram and their lifestyle and their followers, and you're like, oh, okay. But sometimes you gotta look beyond that, because people will navigate to blue check marks. People navigate to a bunch of followers. People navigate to comments. People navigate to, if the shade room post them and then tag them, then all of a sudden people are over there. But you have to learn to use wisdom. You have to know when this is just social media. This is just people doing their job. This is just people trying to get followers. This is just people trying to gain some success or some fame in some type of way. So if you look at something like this and everything seems positive, and it seems like, oh, we sold this much, or we made this much, you gotta look at it and be like, some fraudulency, something going on. It's not so much about being an influencer. I have seen a lot of different social media people who have really little to no followers, and they're great, but people, like I said, aren't paying attention to that. They're paying attention to, you know, the big stuff, the big guns, the blue checks. And so when you fall into something like that, then you get tricked, and now you're looking dumb. Why? Because you thought that because somebody had almost 1 million followers, or because they had 50,000 comments, or because all their photos was photoshopped and perfect, that these are the people I'm going to trust, these are the people I'm going to like, these are the people that I'm going to give my money to. And I look at you. Okay, I did see them a lot on my Explore page. When tax season comes around, they have this thing with like this, what is the fucking animal? A kangaroo or something like that. And I never see, again, anybody in this business. I never see anybody in the comments talking about, yeah, I got my taxes done by them. I never see anyone else's page tagging them, saying I got my taxes done, saying I learned how to do this, saying I grew from them. For some reason, you just always see them and their family, and probably people that they hired or people that they know, sit in these rooms and these spaces talking about, oh yes, this is a great business, and then Dana and Chanel and her husband have done XYZ and da da da. But I don't see anything really like no real hard evidence. There's nothing that's actually saying that the shit they're doing is legit, other than I believe one of their apps have, I think this is a sprinkle of Jesus, has about 5 million users. And I think that app is just, it sends you positive, like I said, positive quotes and shit throughout the day and in the morning and crap like that. And they being scammed. People are saying that they're having money taken out of their account. I even saw that one person stated that they had signed up for something and then they changed their mind. But every month the money was still coming out of their account, and they thought that they had removed or asked them to, you know, cancel it or whatever the case was, and it just never happened. And for about a year, money just kept flowing from out of their account. Now, a year is way too long. Girl, I would have been down my fucking bank and changed everything I knew. But you just I don't know what is really going on with people's banks and people, you know, situations, but they are scamming shit with you. You know, that's bad, especially when people say like, oh, she's supposed to be helping the same community that she come from. Now, I'm going to tell you about this, and this don't take wisdom. This just take open your ass. I never saw her as black. Not once. Not ever once that I think when I first seen her page, and I first seen her on my Explore page, because like I said, at once upon a time, I did see her and I followed her, and I quickly unfollowed her when she was only trying to offer me a sprinkle of Jesus. I was like, no, I need a whole cup of Jesus. So I follow her. But not at any point in time did I ever think she was black. Not once. People keep saying, oh, she's black and she was trying to help the black community. I never thought she was black. I never thought her man was, you know, fully black. I thought maybe he had some black in him because he had nice lining. But I didn't think that she was black at no point. So people saying, oh, she's not even really black. Like, what the hell did you think she was? You thought she was black? Okay. You know, it's not just the hair or the skin complexion. It was just her look and the way that she spoke. It wasn't giving cis vibes. Like, it was giving, maybe she has more Dominican or some Hispanic or something, but black. No, I know some black sisters with some curly hair with some light skin that's black. She just was not giving me that vibe. Speaking of this, I just want to step on this real quick before I leave. So, Aaliyah Face just did a get ready with me. So she was answering questions like a Q&A. And one of the questions that I heard that she answered perfectly to the T, congrats, like, good looking out, Aaliyah, was about colorism on YouTube. And I think this transfers into like colorism all over social media. I don't think that social media platforms and their algorithm purposely show light skin videos. I don't think the algorithm says, oh, we're just going to show light skin videos, or has anything in it that just sequences out light skin versus dark skin. I do believe that it's just the people. I really believe colorism does exist. I think you're ignorant if you believe that it does not. I think you're ignorant if you believe that colorism does not play a huge part in social media and people's pages and in the music industry and in the entertainment industry. Like, don't be that ignorant. Had Dana Chanel been a dark skinned woman trying to convince people to get these apps, to buy these products, I don't think it would have been as successful. I do believe that because she's light-skinned, that plays a part in how people see her. I think unconsciously a lot of the world just sees light-skinned, and so I want to say that I believe colorism plays a huge part in her success. Not taking away from anything that she's done or her scamming abilities. I don't want to take that away from her. But I do think that is a lot of the time why people clicked on her thing. I clicked on it because I've seen her multiple times. I'm like, oh, okay, she popped up multiple times on my Explore page. And I thought she was pretty. Just as a woman. It had nothing to do with dark skin and light skin, but I thought she was pretty. However, there are people who are colorists who just prefer light skin. I know it, I see it, people say it. That's between y'all and God. So I didn't want to touch on that. I do think that has a lot to do with it. I do think colorism plays a part in like all social media. I think people should be more consciously aware of looking at somebody at their color, whether light or dark, and start looking at them at what they're putting out. You know, the content, if you like what they're saying or their photos versus, oh, she's a pretty light-skinned girl. You know, so shout out to everybody. I can't wait to see where this goes with Casey. I'm trying to figure out how she got Dana Chanel out of Casey. I wish I knew people be coming up with names. I like my name too much to come up with something different. Hey, to each his own. So with that being said, I just want to come on here and say that because, girl, you out there. I did see her on the shade room trying to defend her situation, her man. At the end of the day, y'all brought Jesus into this by even creating things like Sprinkle of Jesus and CurlBible. So just be careful of what you can possibly get out of it messing around with God. That's all I'm saying. Make sure you are following the blog. Make sure you're following on Instagram and Snapchat for all the cool fun stuff. And I will see you in the next video. Peace.